Yeah, good morning and good evening there. We'll be starting the session now. I hope everybody has a Python install. Uh, I just, if not, then I will request all of you guys to install the Python. Uh, any kind of, if you need any help, let me know. I can help you for installation of Python. I think still somebody. Okay, I hope now background noise. Please mute all of you because I'm just seeing like some of them are again on. Okay, there is a So, Nagendra, I think you're there, so I be there because I may check in between the whether the screen is visible or any audio you are missing or anything.
Okay.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
I just want to know like whether the participant has already installed the Python or not, or is like I need to tell them like how to install and all these things.
Yeah, I think they have not installed.
Okay, they are
Just
not
tell them.
installed. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
No issue. I'll be guiding them then how to install and all. So I will start with the Python session first, and then I'll help them out for the installation also then.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, and I will share the link in the chat box so that everybody will able to download and install the same Python version. Okay, so because this is a practical training, it is not just like a kind of a webinar. It is a more practical. So and without practical, I think participant will not understand the Python also.
Okay.
Okay, so let me start with my brief introduction and then we'll go ahead with the Python. So I'm the instructor here, Surendra Panpalia, and having a 16 plus year experience in the corporate training and consultancy. Mostly I did like almost like I can say nearly 250 training I conducted on the Python itself, and then other technology like Python, Perl, Hadoop, data science, and many more technologies. So training is my passion, and I continuously doing the corporate training for the many more MNC now. Nearly hundreds of MNC, I have provided the corporate training on the Python itself. So I hope everybody can listen to me. I'll be starting with like something about. I hope everybody has an agenda also that will be having the introduction today. Uh, in the today's session, it will be will be focusing on the model one and model two, where we see that what is Python and then what's why we should be using the Python, where we use the Python, and then tomorrow's session will be starting more on the data structure part. Uh, that is the way session will be. So I will start with the first thing like to make you understand like what is this Python is all about and who are using the Python and what are the features of Pythons are there and why Python is there, right? So what this Python is, again in between some noise is coming here. Just a second, let me check. Can you? I'm not able to see hear actually clearly here. Okay, so Mohammed said like he has already installed the Python 2.7.10 as a default one, which is available on the Apple machine. It's local. Okay, yeah, that's fine if you have the version 2.7.10 or 2.7. Piyush, I think I already started recording now, so I think the recording of the session will be there. Yeah, yeah. If everybody mute, that should be more fine because I can see like there was a background noise in between. and let me know if you have any problems. So I just wanted to start the session now. Okay, Abhishek is saying that he is having version 3.5. I will request Abhishek to not to install the 3.5 version because 3.5 version has a different syntax than the 2.7.10 or 2.7 series. There is a difference between the 2.7 version and the 3.5 versions. So those having the 3.5, I will request them to use the 2.7 only right now because we cannot have different syntax right now. I can share the link also from where to download the Python. I will suggest to use Anaconda. You can just Google it, and there is Anaconda. Those who are not installed, I'm just giving the guidelines how to install, and you just say Anaconda 2.7.11, which is the latest one in the 2.7.11 series, and you will be able to see like this is a version which we'll be using. I'll just share the download link so that one can download from this particular series also. Now it is based on the version. You will see there are installations available. I will just give the exact link rather than uh, yeah, there are like installer for Windows 95, Windows 64-bit, 32-bit, and all these things. I'll give more specific link to download. So now I hope everybody has a Mac, or I don't know which voice you're using right now. If those having the Mac, they can download. There are two things, like one is like Python 2.7.11. If you want to download, you can go for the Python org. This is a series available for the Mac, and there are varieties of the versions available. And in that, we'll be going for a 2.7.11 version. So this is a version which will require.
Excuse me, this is Pinaki. I have a question.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you mentioned that version 3.5 has a different syntax. So, I mean, how different it is? I mean, does that mean we are now learning a older version 2.7, and then after some time the 3.5 will be acceptable in the market, and then
Mm-hmm.
uh, whatever we learn now
Mm-hmm.
may not be useful?
No, no, no. It is useful. Whatever you're learning in the 2.7 also. Actually, there are two different series. 2.7 is also latest version only, and 3.5 is also latest version only. Both are, because they are the two different series of Python.
Okay.
Okay. So these two series are like in the 2.7 version, the latest series is 2.7.11.
But on a high level, what is the difference between those two parallel versions?
Yes, yes, I'll tell you. So now, in the case of 2.7.11, the print statements is a normal print statement. You can directly print. I'll be showing the difference also. Like you can simply say print, and in double quote, you can just say hello. and you can get the output here. But in the 3.7 or 3.any version, you will require to use a function kind of things, function syntax. Okay, so this is the one difference, as a major difference you will see. So all the print statements are different actually. So you are using the 3.7 right now, 3.5 you are using. Hello.
No, no, no. I'm on 2.7.10.
Okay, so in that case, you will see the both the things will work in 2.7.10, but then the syntax which is there in the print is a different in the 3.5 version or 3.4 version also. A bit change. Okay, and it is like more iterators are there in the 3.5, and why we are not recommending 3.4 or 3.5 right now. The reason is still the library of the 3.5 is not that mature as the 2.7 series is having already the mature library already available. Means we have huge library in the case of 2.7. So industry is still using the 2.7 series only, and
Okay.
it has a compatibility, even like in case you want to go for the 3.5 later on, it is possible. So new development you can do in a 3.5 also. Okay, but when you are saying that, let's say you already have existing project, you will see most of the existing projects are there in the 2.7 series only, or you can say 2.x, because even some company will be having a 2.5 or 2.6 also. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. So I hope now let us start with, like, let us understand like what is this Python is all about, and we'll start hands-on, step by step. And one can download from the Google. If you just Google the Python 2.7.11 version, you can just download for the Mac, or you can download for Windows based on the OS which you are using right now. So if you are using the Mac, you are already having the version available for the from the Python site as well as from the Anaconda. I have a two to three thing actually available with me. One is Anaconda Python, which is one of the good editor available, and one is the Python 2.7 itself. So if you are going for the Anaconda download, so I will show like how the Anaconda Python 2.7 look like. I have already given the link actually for downloading. I hope the participant must have received the link for downloading. This launcher will require to start if you are having the Python 2.7 Anaconda is installed. In the Anaconda, there is a launcher is there. If I install the Anaconda, and this kind of screen you will be able to see then. So there is a IPython notebook is available in that case. You have to just launch that, and once you click on the launch, you will be able to see the screen like this. Okay, and then you can go for the Python 2. If you click on the Python 2, you will have the Jupyter screen will be available then. And once your Jupyter screen, you can type the command, and you just say shift and enter if you are using the Mac, or you can have the sail run is option available, and you can see the output is there. You can rename this notebook. So I hope like I know like many of the participants may not have this installed till now. So you will take some time to install this Anaconda if it is not there. If it is already installed, then okay, there is a question like Mac OS has come with the Python 2.7 pre-installed by the Apple. If I install another version, that will be the impact to the default Python version. Anaconda is actually just like editor. Okay, so it is just going to link with the 2.7 version. So it is having the more library. It is just the editor, and it is not necessary that Anaconda to be installed. Even the existing Python 2.7 will also work. So I'll show like how does it work in existing Python. You can just write a Python there, and you will have the existing Python already available there. So as an editor, I'm using the Anaconda, which is one of the best editor, and having the big library also. So this Anaconda has a more scientific library. Like if you want to go for pandas tools or NumPy, SciPy, this kind of library, Anaconda has already this installed. So that's the benefit of Anaconda. Okay, so the link for Anaconda 2.7, I have shared in my content. I will show that once again the content. So the content which we are covering, in the course content, yeah, if you look at the course content, I have already shared this link. These are the link I already shared, but again, once again, I'll share this. There is a version available for Python 2.7. I'll test this link and then we'll go for that link. Here we have a Python 2.7 version available here, and you have these options available. Anaconda for OS X, depending on the OS. So I will just share this link so that those who are like to, you have to use a,
Hi, did you share the contents
yes,
somewhere, I mean, in the email? Was it shared?
you already share actually. These contents we already share.
Okay.
Okay,
We didn't
so
receive it.
I hope you must have
Emma, have
received
you
also this
shared the
content.
content? Because we haven't received that content.
No, we haven't received it, actually. I don't think everyone has received it.
These are the content which I have shared actually. That is introduction to
Can you
Python.
actually send an email? Can
Pardon?
you send an email? Can you send an email with the contents?
To whom now I can send, because I sent to the
Actually,
Hema actually in between.
Surendra, sorry to interrupt. This is Nagendra from training.
Yeah,
Guys, I have shared the content on 9th March itself. You can check your mail. It is sent on 9th March.
no, I haven't received it.
so this is the
What's
content
your name?
actually. If you want to see the content, they are the content which I have shared. If you have not received, then maybe I can share to Nagendra once again.
Yes, that would be better. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, like, can I share from here also? From recording, I think we're not able to share, right? From using the GoToMeeting.
Yes, actually, most of the people have not received it. They're just you know,
Okay, so but
replying
then
to
I
the.
hope the link is there with you for down. Did you get the link?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so please download that Anaconda in case if you want to download, because now it depends on the OS you have to download now. Like if it is a Mac, you have a download link for the Mac. You have to check which 32-bit or 64-bit for all the OS. All of you guys are using the Mac OS or some other OS right now. Hello?
Yeah,
I think
Mac
everyone is
OS.
using Mac.
Yeah, so if you are using the Mac, then you have to download the link for the Mac OS only because you have the options available. You can see on the once you see the options, I think I already shown previously. Once again, I'll show it. The link which I have shared. I will click on the link that itself again once again. I already shared the link. Did you get the link? Oh, right now what happened? Yeah, this was. I hope everybody got this link. Okay, so for Anaconda, you're asking the question. I think it is already there for Mac OS 2.7, and it is already mentioned here. Is it a 64-bit or 32-bit? Based on that, you can select now. So there is a graphical installer is there. So I will suggest to go for the graphical installer. I will click on this right now for you guys. So it will actually start downloading, and there will be a package for that. So if you just click on this, you'll get the download, and it will take hardly a few minutes, just maybe I can say 5 minute maximum. It's a maximum time I will say, uh, not more than that. So this is just you have to click on graphical installer there, and finally, I'm just pausing this because I already downloaded. So this is the Anaconda you have to install, and in that you will see the Python is also there along with the Anaconda. If you want to directly download, you can click on this link which I am sharing right now, right away. Those who are going for this Mac OS. So this is the 2.7 series. For that, we have Anaconda's version actually. The Anaconda version, this is the latest version of Anaconda, which I share. I hope everybody must have received this. Question is like Anaconda is a choice. It is not compulsory to install the Anaconda, but then it is more better editor. Uh, so it depends on. Okay, so 2.7.10 version is already installed. Then the question is like whether to install Anaconda or not. As I say that Anaconda is a choice. It is a good thing if you install the Anaconda because it has a good editor available. You have good options available as compared to the just Python 2.7. Because you will have Python 2.7, but as an editor you will require to then go for some third party editors. So otherwise the VIM editor will be there that you can use it for writing the code. So you have to have some good editors. So that's the reason Anaconda is one of the best choice for that. I hope Sangram. Okay, I will just speak with the Sangram. Hello, Sangram. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sangram.
yes.
So you got
Please
the
speak.
answer, Sangram?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. So I think if it is just an editor, then the BB edit should also do. So most of us will use BB edit. So I'm just saying, like, if someone has already downloaded, then probably they might not. If it is just an editor, then
It's
might
not
not
just
be
editor. It's not just editor, Sangram. It is a one of the
okay.
editor, but it has some other packages also loaded. It has
Okay.
nearly 200 packages which are already loaded along with the Python. So Python is one of the thing which is there in the Anaconda.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, and second thing is like if you want to go for data science, let's say you want to work for the NumPy, SciPy, Pandas, and all these kind of tools, then this is available in the Anaconda as a package. Otherwise, you have to install it separately.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I hope you
Got it.
got the answer. Fine. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So I hope everybody is making the setup ready now. So that's the reason I share the link, and I hope everybody is trying parallelly. We'll require this because we'll be doing the hands-on from the day one itself, and I want everybody should have some editor to type. I can show you like how to write a simple program in the Python on a VI editor also, as well as on other editor, as well as on Anaconda, so that everybody are comfortable to type the code. So now, what is this Python? I think many of the guys I'm explaining like having the basic idea about Python, and if you already know the basic Python, so I will not require to explain the like data types and the basic concept of the Python in that case. But still, like those who are very new to the Python, let me know so that I can start from the beginning. Okay,
I think
so
it's better if you can actually.
from the basic itself. Okay,
Yes.
okay,
I
we'll
mean, the
start.
first day, I think people who don't like to understand the basics. Yeah.
Okay, so the no issue. We'll start from the basic only. No issue.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, so I hope everybody is having the setup ready now. Shall I assume that the setup is ready now, or any kind of help is required now? Okay, some of the participants are saying that they are very new to the Python. No issue. We are starting from the basic only. We'll do that. Okay, good. So let me start with the some theory portion first, so that everybody is understanding what is Python here and why we are learning this Python, who is using the Python, and why Python. So that is what we'll be doing parallelly. Those who are uh, want to do setup, they can do the setup also. Okay. So now, what is this Python here? So why we should learn the Python, and what is the difference between the Python and other scripting language, that we need to understand. So Python is a object oriented, interpreted, interactive scripting language, right? So we need to understand what is this interpreted means, what is interactive means, and what's the benefit of having a object oriented feature available there. So all these things we'll understand here. This screen is, so the interpreter means, as you see, like there are like two types of features, like you'll see languages, like one is compiler based language and another is a interpreted language. And when you say compiler based language, it means like we know like C, C++, Java, and all these things, where we first need to compile the code and then we execute the code. Now, what's the difference between this interpreted language and the compiler language? That we need to know first. Okay, so when you say interpreted language means we are executing the line by line itself. So you can have single line hello world also available, right? But when you say compiler language, let's say even C language hello world, if you want to type, you will require to type at least 5 to 6 lines of code, and then you can compile and execute it. That is the way the you will see in the compiler language, right? And let's take another example of the language like which is interpreted language, like a shell scripting. In the shell scripting, you must have written like a echo hello world, and that is interpreted. You can immediately see the hello world is there. Whereas in the programming language, let's say Java, you must have seen like you have to write so many lines of code, almost 6 to 7 lines to say hello world also. Okay, so that's the one thing. Now let's take the scenario here to understand the interpreted language and the compile language. It will be more clear for you. Let's say you want to just copy the file from source path to destination path. Now how we'll do the in the programming language for just copying the file from source to destination, and how we'll do the same thing in the interpreted language, that we'll understand now, right? So now let's go for the compiler language. What happened in the compiler language? In the compiler language, if you want to do the hello world, this copying the files from source path to destination path, you will require to write a program where it should take the source path as well as the destination path, right? It will be more file handling kind of program, and it is like file handling. In that case, you will open the file first for reading purpose, and another file you open the file for the writing purpose, and then you will have the copying the file from source path to destination path, right? So this is something which you do in the case of the compiler language, and then that program you can use for copying the file from source path to destination path, which is not the case. Now if you want to do the same thing in the scripting language, what you do, you simply say cp source path and the destination path, and that is the way we that is the difference which you can see between the compiled language, which is a Java or C++, and the scripting language like a Python or shell scripting, which is saw. It is a single line command. Now what is that command? That command itself is a program now, right? So that is what the difference. So the interpretive language, every command itself is a program, right? Whereas in the programming language, you have to write a lot of set of instruction, and then the execution takes place here. Okay, now one more thing about the this interpreted language, or you can say the Python or high level language, and the bit low level compared to the Python. Now again I will tell you, like Python is more high level than the traditional languages like C++ and Java. Even though C++, Java is high level, but still you can say Python is more high level now. Why I'm saying this is, there's a reason behind it, right? So what is high level? First of all, a high level means it is something like where it is more human centric language, right? Where the everybody, whoever is like as a human programmer, one can just write a plain English, and we are not talking to the machine. It is not more machine centric, right? Whereas when you say when you go for the low level, or we can say middle level also, we think about machine, and according to the machine, the communication takes place here, right? We think about, okay, now I need to tell the machine that this is an integer, this is a float, this is a string, everything we need to talk to the machine here. So it is more machine centric when it is a low level or middle level languages. Whereas when you say high level, it is more on the business driven. So here we focus more on business, and less on the machine here. Okay, here we talk about in the high level language, we more talk about, okay, these are the features I want to execute here, right? Whereas in the machine level language, we just think about, okay, we have to write up, we need to think about machine as well as the business, both the things we need to think, and accordingly we have the execution, right? So that's the difference between the machine, we can say the low level language or compile based languages, and the high level language like Python. Like that we have many more high level languages are available nowadays. Like we have Ruby is also a very high level language, right? So like Python, Ruby, even Python itself has a multiple flavors. Like we have Jython, we have Iron Python. Okay, so based on your requirement, we have the Python. Even Python has a flavor available now, right? So what is this Python, Jython, and Iron Python? So that also you should know here. So let me see, like there are some questions here, or everybody is able to hear me now. Okay, so now what you can see that when you look for the difference, now when you say Python, Python is written in the C language itself, right? So we can have direct interfacing with the C modules which are already available, and the C interfacing is there in the Python. Whereas when you say Jython, Jython means where the Python is written using the Java, right? So in this case, what happened, like the something is written in the Java is uh, uh, that like you can have the Java library you can directly access in the case of Jython. Whereas in the case of Iron Python means it is written using the C sharp itself, right? So in that case, you have already things available in the C sharp can be used in the Iron Python, and that's the benefit. So everybody started using the code in a Pythonic style now. So what is a Pythonic style? Because Python has a Python way of writing the code. As I say, one statement I say it's a high level. Second thing is that it has a dynamic typing. So now you don't require to say the machine, okay, this is an integer or this is a float or this is a string, something like that. Python understand it. Okay, so that's what the Python has a assumption, and that's what high level means here. So we don't require to say like here. In this case, I'll show one a simple example. I'll just say here x equal to hello. Now, if I have the Python, what is this? Python will give the answer to you. You don't require to say that this is a string to the Python. Whereas in the programming language, you need to say this is integer, this is a float, this is a string, and so on. Like here, I'm giving some number, and if I ask the Python, Python will give the answer here that this is an integer, this is a string, and all that. And you can see like I just say hello world to the Python, and you can see so I'm just saying here good evening guys, and you can see the response immediately, right? That's what interpreted. This interpreted interactive. Why say interactive? Because now what happens, like when you communicate with somebody and you say hello, immediately you get response, you say interactive. Whereas when something is saying hello and then machine is talking, okay, is compiling, and after few maybe few seconds you are getting the response hello, you will say it is not interactive, right? That's what. So whereas Python, what you can see, so when Pythonic way is saying hello is immediate response, right? Whereas in the C++, the same hello will be getting the response after maybe a few seconds or maybe sometimes depends on the program, right? So and the machine speed you have to first compile and then you will say the hello here, right? I hope you are okay. Okay, fine. So I'm just going ahead. Let me know everybody can listen to me or any kind of changes is required. Am I fast or am I slow? Let me know that also. Nagendra, are you there? Okay, I will check with some participant here.
I'm here, Surendra.
Yeah, Nagendra. So are you okay till now? Because I need to check in between so that if there is any problem, let me know. Hello. Some noise is here. Okay. Still there is noise.
I think somebody added the audio, mic and speakers.
Okay, okay, okay. Because it was music. Okay. So who is online right now? Hello.
Hey, Arun, I reconnected again.
Yeah. So till now, whatever I just said, I hope you got it. Arun, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was on the call, so but my I got disconnected, so I connected again.
Okay. I just want to check because I in between I need to check like whether the I'm able to whether everybody can listen to me or not. I just talk about what Python is, the difference between the interpreted language and the compiler language. So Niranjan said that he got it. Okay, fine. So I just okay. Thanks, Niranjan. I just wanted to continue and check with everybody in between. Okay, good. So I hope you got like what the difference between the interpreted and the compiler language now. And now let us go ahead with about more about Python. Like, and I will. So one more thing about Python is like it's a object oriented, right? So as it is object oriented means this is another powerful feature now. First thing is high level. Second thing is interactive, and then third thing I see is object oriented. So what is object oriented means? Now here in Python everything is object. So here you will see like even the hello string, whatever you write, okay, is object now. And you can see now how the object behavior is. You can see you can have the behavior like how object means is an instance of class, right? Everybody know what object means. Is an instance of class means we have a built-in classes already available now. So we have what classes then available? So here string is a class here, integer is a class here. So everything what you type is an object of that particular class now. Now when you say hello, hello is a object of string class here, right? When you say something like a number, let's say a number x equal to we already given here example like 89. So it is a object of the type integer, so it is a object of integer class. Like that we have complex number. If you say 5 plus 10j, now you can ask what is this, so it will say like this is a complex number, right? And you can also see like what the object, so what the behavior of object, so you can just list this object now. So you just say dir of x and you can see there are so many attributes associated with the object for the complex number now, right? So they are the attributes which are already there for the complex number. You can use one of the attribute. Let's say you want to see the real value here, you just say x dot real. If you want to see the imaginary, you can just say x dot imaginary, and this way you can get the value for the complex number here, as well as so this is a data value, and as well as this is a method. So you should say conjugate here, and you can say this is a method. I hope most of you guys already know the basic concept of object oriented programming here, because Python is completely object oriented, interpreted scripting language, and here everybody should know the basic language like maybe the Java or C++ at least, so that you can understand the object oriented feature easily.
This is online training you are
Online
going or?
training.
No,
No,
online
no,
training.
I'm not going. Excellent is providing.
It's a recorded video, right? Okay. You are listening the recorded video.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Hello.
I have there in offshore. Offshore it is going to training. So
I think somebody is. There are many participants who are not mute actually. Can you mute because there are participants who are not mute till now.
mute man.
Okay, so I hope can you mute one? I can see the noise is there in background. There is no option to mute everyone at one together. I have to check everybody and then I can mute. I think I have to go one by one. Then it is going to take a lot of time to mute everybody. I can see there are so many. I'm not able to see the exactly who is on and who is mute right now. I'm just doing that. I hope now it is more audible. Still, there are participants who are not mute. Hi, Pradeep. Yeah, please mute all of you guys because I'm trying to mute everybody. Okay, Pradeep has a question. Hello, Pradeep. Hello. There are everybody is not able to because there are so many participants here. Can see the background noise.
I think you can sort it on mic and then you can mute whomsoever is not muted.
Okay, so no, but here, okay, there are so many participants who are not mute actually. Uh, I can see like there's a big list uh, like Arun Kumar, Ashish Garg, Ashish Kumar, Ashish Satapathy, then Devadatta. So many participants are there. So I need to mute everybody means it is going to take a lot of time.
Oh, Hema, I think Lucas is only on mute, so maybe you can mute him.
Yeah.
Oh, I pinged Lokesh. He got disconnected. Maybe there's some problem in the connection.
Now I can see Lokesh is there.
Yeah, he's there, but
Just
I
on.
just now reconnected.
Okay, okay. Yeah. I will just give the 2 minute break here. Can for those participants because I need to check like everybody is connected or not. Like there's a mute and just giving a 2 minute break. Hello. Hi, Nagendra. Hello, Nagendra.
Yes, Surinder. Now I
Yeah,
can hear.
now you can. Okay, fine. So there are some participants who are still not mute actually. That's the reason there is a lot of background noise actually. So I need to mute them manually, and it is going to take a lot of time to mute them itself because now you can see imagining like let's say if there are 10 to 15 guys who are not mute till now.
I'm sending a message to all.
So even I'm trying, but then they re-login means again.
Yeah, correct.
I'll just try once again from my side also. Okay, so we'll start again the session. I just given the break and I wanted to just mute everybody here.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Pushparaj. Just one input. I mean, everybody can join via their phones, whatever the conference number has been provided, right? And they can be on mute. Because what and in this particular what software we are using here, GoToMeeting, right?
Mm-hmm.
In their audio section, they can go to telephone so that the inbuilt mic of your system will not receive any voice.
Yeah, so there
So
is
I mean,
a
idea is not to use your system microphone, which is related to GoToMeeting. Rather, use your phone to join the meeting and be on mute. Once, if you do it once, it is done.
okay. Mm-hmm. So can you write this in the chat box so that everybody can listen?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I hope everybody is getting settled now. This break is only for getting settled because I could see like some participants they are not yet comfortable with the GoToMeeting and trying to in between some Chintan Patel. Again, I can see like there's a background noise from the phone. Even from phone also sometimes the background noise come. I think.
I think please try to mute the button which is on the top. Actually, if you are the organizer, I think you can do it. Or somebody who is organizer, I think you can write. Click on the top of it. I think it gets muted. Right? Can you try it out? On the header, names and everything, just try it out if it helps us.
No, there is a mute option is there, but then you need to mute one by one only. Everybody you cannot mute.
But
Okay, all option is there.
just check.
Okay, okay.
There is one option on the top.
I did mute all. Okay. I think everybody is mute now because I did a mute all now and I will check with the Nagendra only right now. Hello, Nagendra?
Yes, Surinder.
Yeah, so I click on the mute all option.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, mute all option is there. I just saw actually, and I hope other guys got mute now. So
Okay.
yeah, that's a better option actually. Yeah. So I hope I can start now.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, so now we'll continue the session. I got a best option available now here, and everybody can now listen what we are discussing about. So we just started understanding like what is this Python is all about, and we just saw like the Python is a interpreted, interactive, object-oriented scripting language, and we just try to understand what is interpreted means, what is interactive means, and the difference between the compiler language like Java, C, C++, and the Python. So that's what we try to understand in the introduction part. Now we'll go ahead with more about Python, and we'll see like what Python is more like we just saw like is a interpreted, is object oriented and interactive language. We saw like in Python case as it is a high level, we don't require to uh, even say like what the integer is or what float is, right? We don't require to mention in the Python is a dynamic typing. So here just by value Python understand that this is an integer or this is a float or this is a string and all these things. So that also we saw it with the hands-on. Now we'll see like and why again Python. There are many more reasons. The language is a portable language, so you can see like Python is available on all OS now. You can have the any kind of Unix machines or a Mac machine. You will see Python is available. In the Windows, you can download this, and so it's freely available. Anybody can use this, right? And it's a language which is a very powerful language. The reason, there are many more reasons actually why the Python is powerful, and why actually everybody is looking for Python as one of the powerful object-oriented scripting language. I can say like everybody using the Python now in one of the sense, like let's say look at the Google. The Google search engine itself is developed using the Python, uh, and and also the one more powerful tool you can see like and very popular, that is a YouTube, right? Where Python and you can see MySQL, that is used for the, both are open source, that is useful for the YouTube also. So like that, Python we are using for the searching also, for data extractions. Even the Amazon and many more companies who are using the Python for data analysis and all. So there are varieties of the companies. I can say many companies who are using the Python, and Python we use in almost all domain, I can say. Let's say the web programming domain, you have the best framework written in the Python called Django. Django is a framework which is written in the Python itself. So the web programming can be done in the Python. If you want to do GUI programming, Python has a big library for the GUI programming. Okay, so you can see there's a tkinter is a one of the library, and like that we have a WX Python and many more GUI applications, or Python Qt is also available. So that comes into GUI programmings. If you want to go for testing, Python has a unit testing available. Selenium library is also available. We have a robot framework available, and many more things. So Python itself has a big library for the testing purpose. So for, you will see the almost all professional people, you can see like the Python can be used. You go for testing domain, or you go for the data analysis, one of the biggest domain. Python is used for, like we have the library called NumPy, SciPy. You have a data science library, so it includes the matplotlib libraries, pandas, all the other library already available in the Python. So you just need to use that library for doing the data analysis, and you can do this quickly. So that's the benefit here. And even the scientist people like NASA, they are using the Python for the scientific calculation. Python is also considered as a mathematical language, so you can quickly do the scientific. You can just see, like I'll give one simple example. uh, Even you can see the Python has a you can just put it to the power thousands, and you can see that the computation done within a fraction of second. Not in that, there's no limit in terms of integer, like you don't have like limit like whether it should be a 32 bit or 64 bit or something like that. So you can see you can have 2 to the power 10,000 also, and there's no limit here. So that's the power of Python, which you can see here. And just now I show like everything is object, whatever we are typing on the interpreter is object now, right? So that's something which is a powerful thing in Python. And I just now say on like data science field is there, whether even the Hadoop, we have an integration of Python with the Hadoop. So you can integrate the Python with Hadoop. So we do have a mapper and reducer program written in the Python now. As you know, like in the Hadoop also we have Hadoop streaming, and in the Hadoop streaming we can select the language for writing the mapper and reducer program. So in that, Python is also there. So that way we'll able to reduce lots of lines of code, because in the Java, let's say you write a project of, let's say 1000 lines, the same thing can be done in 100 lines in the Python. So you can see how many lines of code you are reducing now here, and that's the power here now. Here you are reducing lines of code, as well as as you are reducing lines of code, your debugging time is reduced, your testing time is reduced, and obviously the you are improving the development here, so your productivity. So the language is made for productivity. Okay, so if you want to do something quick development, the Python is one of the best solution for that, right? And that's what many of the languages are coming up with for the productivity only. So this is a language I can say doing the thing quickly. Okay, so that's one of the reason why we should learn the Python. Okay, Somewhere is saying like okay, the screen changes are not visible. uh, I will just check it. If not visible, I will just check it. Now I think okay, it was I think a pause in between. Okay, so now okay, I got it now. That's good. I got the message. I think now the changes will be seen. uh, I hope everybody can see the screen now, the changes in the screen. Okay, that's great. Okay, fine. So we were just discussing about like what the Python is and who are using the Python, just given some brief idea. So who has invented now? So the person who has invented, he's actually was thinking about like the Gustav van Rossum. He was just thinking like there should be a language which is more human centric, and anybody should able to write the code. That was his idea. So as a programmer, he started writing the Python code using the C language, right? And he wanted to write some game development program also. So just he wanted to use the Python for the entertainment, right? So he could not find like C and C++. If you write a game development, it is going to be a very big lines of code. You will have a huge number of lines of code when you want to write in the C++. So you wanted to have language which can which allows write the code with a quickly, and that's the reason the Python has come. Python is like one more thing, like the many people are confused with like why the name Python is a very is a snake name, right? But it's not like that. Python is a name came from the entertainment group called Monty Python, and from Monty Python is one of the entertaining group. From there, that name has come, right? So it's a language for entertainment, and it's language for, you can say, the enjoyment. You can do the thing quickly here. That's the benefit of Python here, right? So this is a language. There are some questions like whether the language is scalable or not. So the answer is yes. It is scalable and object oriented from the beginning. And there are now so many, I'm like lakhs of developers are there who are actually writing the Python packages, and anybody can contribute for the Python here, and it's a big team now. So who are using the Python? The answer is yes, everybody, like even the consultant who want to deliver the project with a less budget, they are also using the Python, because you are not going to pay anything for the licenses here. So anybody who knows some basic programming language, maybe the Java or C++, they find it's very easy to use a Python here now. Okay, as I mentioned here that the Python is been very important part for the Google also. So Google is also using the Python for their search engine. So one of the powerful tool everybody is using here is a Google. Then NASA is also using the Python for their infrastructure development and all. I will just keep this side. Yeah. So NASA is another things which I think everybody know that the scientific calculation, even the numpys, even the statistical analysis, everything you can do is in the Python, because Python has a huge library available here. Even the image processing, I've been giving the training to the ISRO for the scientists. They were using the Python for the image processing, and so we have a big library like OpenCV library available in the Python, by which you can do the image processing. And even in the Anaconda, you can see there are tools available for scientific calculation. So like that, there are many companies who are using the Python. So there are many reasons why the Python, because I told you like Python programmers are more productive here compared to the C++ and Java. So what is productive here is like you can do the thing quickly, right? That's what productivity is. So something in the C++ and Java, it takes, let's say, I told you like in previously also, that it is taking something like a 6 month for development, that can be done here in a 1 month or 2 month maximum. So because number of lines of code, it is going to be very less. That's a benefit of Python here. And the language is very easy, and it's not at all difficult language to learn. Anybody can learn the Python having just a basic English and some language background. It is more quick for us to learn. So the syntax is very clear, and there are many things in the Python which are very obvious. You don't require to uh, provide the details about it. Like for example, I don't require to provide a semicolon for all the statement here. It's very obvious in the Python. Like that, I don't require to define data types here. Python understand it automatically, right? So that's something which you will see in the Python. Python has some principle called it's a like a is only innovative where innovation is really necessary. So Python is not suggesting everybody to innovate the things again and again. So you have already a library available. Now use this library and develop something new, right? So that's what the Python suggests to everybody. So that's the reason the library is given to you, and you can use the library for solving the problem rather than again inventing the same library. I hope everybody, yeah, fine. So I hope you got the basic idea about like what Python is all about, and now we can start again the hands-on on the Python. Just wanted to give the quick idea about this. So the difference, I think I have given like some quick idea that Python has a is a high level, and already discussed that it has a built-in data structure available compared to the C++. C++, you require to write a code for data structure. Here you can see that you can do this thing quickly. So we'll start with that point also, like what data structure, how the data structure in the Python is available. That also we'll see. You will not see like Python has a pointers or reference or dereference kind of errors, because we don't have this complication in the Python, which is there in the C++. We already many of us must have faced the issue connected to the pointers here, or the memory allocation or deallocations. That is done automatically in the Python. So that way the things are very easy compared to the C++. And if you compare with the Perl, I will say Perl is also the scripting language, which is also the high level scripting language. But the philosophy between the Python and Perl is a bit different, because Perl is more focusing on the regular expression and the generating the report. Uh, that's the focus of the Perl. It has a built-in regular expression, and Perl has a philosophy like do the same thing. Like there are more than one way to do it. So Perl is saying doing the same thing in a different way, whereas Python is saying something different. Python says there is a principle called do not repeat yourself. Something is already there, do not repeat it. That's what we call dry principle. So Python follows a dry principle. And second thing is Python is not only for the regular expression, there are many more things the Python is useful, right? So it is a more focusing on data structure, more focusing on object oriented programming and the GUI programmings and many more things. It's not just the regular expression. So you can do a lot of stuff in the Python. That's fine. I think we should not be focusing again like more about this Perl and Python. Just wanted to give a quick idea. So now some participant may think about JavaScript and the PHP language. So I will say they have their benefits, like we are, because Python we are not replacing any languages. JavaScript has is a very good for the web application development, and PHP also very good for the web application development. But Python is not made for only for web application development. So what we can do is we can integrate with the existing web technology also. So that's a benefit here now. So we have some COM component also. It's not just like the web application here. So there are many more things like that. Look at the Ruby. Ruby is also one of the powerful object-oriented scripting language, and now we will be knowing like in market. Uh, you will see the Ruby as well as Python has a very good popularity for the object-oriented scripting languages. But still, like as per the library is concerned, the Python has a more big library or more mature library compared to the Ruby, because still like a number of contributors in the Pythons are more here. So as compared to the Java, I will say Java is a bit difficult for the starter, whereas Python you can start immediately. We saw like even the hello world we started immediately, and in the Java we focus more on static type checking, so we have to say integer, float, string, and all these things. And also you need to write a private, public, protected, and so many keywords, and then you compile and then execute, right? Which is not the case in the case of Python. You can simply start with the hello world, and you don't require to worry about even the data type here. Yeah, you just should know the basic, but not necessary that you need to define data type here. Okay, you can directly use it. So you can see like the difference also between the Java and all. I think I don't require to go in details about it. Uh, then about the Jython, I told you like Jython is again a Python. It's the only thing is like the Java is this Python is written in Java, is a Jython here. So the benefit here for the Java programmer, that they have the Java virtual machine available, and on on top of Java virtual machine we have a Jython available. So you can actually use the existing Java library also. So that's a benefit. Otherwise, the coding style is Pythonic here. And some limitations we should know here, because every language has their limitations. So we should know some limitation. As we know, the C++ is naturally fast because they communicate with the machine directly, and that way the compiler is fast here. But that's the reason Python actually use the existing C module also, so that some cases where the speed is a matter, so that can be used from the C++. So that limitation is already overcome by the Python. And but then, as I say, like the objective of Python is not like embedded programming or system programming. That's not a focus of the Python. The focus of Python is more about the productivity and doing the application development. So more high level things, not the low level thing here. So something which is low level can be integrated with the Python, and then this kind of problem or limitation can be resolved here. So that's a benefit. Okay, so there is a question from the Vinny, that is there any guidelines saying that when to go for Python and when to go for, it's not JPython, actually it's a Jython now. Yeah. Okay, so as I say, like uh, the Jython is still not that much matured as compared to the Python, because Python has a big library, the which is written in C++, compared to the Jython. That is the one thing. So specifically, those who are those who are already having the project in the Java and they wanted to use that project along with the new thing, that is a Jython, then it is fine. Otherwise, as a starter, I'm like those who are starting the project from the beginning, so they can directly go for Python rather than Jython also. The reason is Python is having the biggest library available compared to the Jython, and the community of the Python is much bigger than the Jython also. I hope Vinith, you got the answer. Okay, that's good. Okay, so the guy that's it. But it's all about the programmer who decide that what they should be using according to their requirement. Okay, so I think I have just given you the quick idea about like what Python and who is using the Python, and the comparison of Python with other languages and all. And now we can start with the coding part again. We'll come back to the coding part here now. So how do you write a program? So you can write a program using the uh, like a single line code. Also you can test like the shell which you must have done till now, right? Or you can write a program in the editor like vi editor also. So I will just clear the screen, and I can create one directory here. I will just say excellent USA, something like that. Okay, This is more better. So just putting one directory here. Okay, Pushparaj is saying the can't see the screen changes. Uh, Pushparaj, can you refresh your machine because or everybody is not able to see the screen now? Okay. Trilip is saying that he can see the screen changes, and there are other participants who are saying that they can see that. Okay. So Pushparaj, you need to check your machine because everybody is able to see the screen now. I've just written the one directory I created, and here I can think about writing the some code here. Let's say I want to write a code for the using the VI editor. So how to write? Just giving you some guideline. You can simply write a one program. Let's say maybe the your program will be the because I did a lot many hello programs, so I'm thinking to write something. Okay, no problem because I created the new directory, so uh, we can think about some good program and the hello py dot. I'm like you can say okay hello.py. Simply just giving the extension here vim. Then I'm just saying hello.py, and in this I will write a single some few lines of code here. Now, just giving the idea like how do you execute the program using the VIM editor. So, uh, I hope most of you guys will be having some idea about shell scripting. So you can write this program quickly in the VIM editor also. And yeah, I need to just change the mode as the insert mode here so that I can write the text here. We have three modes here: command mode, text mode, and okay. So and also you can edit the modes, right? So and here now you can think about writing the code print okay how Python is different than the shell scripting. Yes, there's a lot of difference actually that also I can tell because there's good question Sapan, and definitely I will answer this question that shell scripting do not have. First thing is like shell scripting is not like a is not a object oriented. That's a major difference. You can see shell scripting is not at all object oriented scripting language. That's a major difference. Second difference I will say is a library. Look at the Python library. It is a huge library available. We can use it. So we have several modules, existing modules available. So we can use that modules, and so that's a reusability feature. Third thing is open source. Python is open source, so you can use anywhere in Windows or any kind of OS. So you can see more than 90 different platform Python can be used, which is not the case in the shell scripting, right? So shell scripting is good as a scripting language. It is good for the doing the thing quickly, but Python is having a many more thing than the shell scripting has, right? So we have like a web programming. Now, can you do the web programming like the way we do in the Python? So like a Django is a framework. So shell scripting do not have like a framework like which a Python has, right? So like that I can tell like there are many more reasons, many more new things which is available in the Python which is not available in the shell scripting, right? So I already given some point like the important point is like Python is object oriented, and which is not the case in the shell scripting, right? So I hope Sapan you got the answer, and there are many more reasons, but then I think I given some some highlighted. I just okay Sapan, fine. So yeah, in between you can raise the question, so it will be more interactive for you guys. And I think anybody is calling from you guys. Hello? Yes? Yeah, I'm in the session right now. Yeah, please send the email. I'm in the training session right now. Hello? Okay, fine. So I hope now you can write the code here on the parameter, and you come to know like the shell is different. I can show you like what happened in the shell and what happened in the Python. Very soon you'll come to know. The Python is a more high level and it's more easy language to write the code also compared to the shell also. You can see that. So welcome to uh, Python programming. You can think about taking the input from the keyboard. Now you can see how easy it is to do in the Python. Just say x comma y equal to input, enter x comma y. Now you can just think about printing this value of x, comma x also is fine for here. And if you want to print both, you can print both value of y. You can think about to do some addition. Let's say you want to do addition of x, and here I'm doing different way now. Percentage d and percentage d is percentage d. This also available like in the C language has. Percentage is for the decimal number, right? So you can provide a decimal number here, and you can simply say percentage at the end and just say x comma y comma x plus y according to number of percentage which we have. So we can see the value of so this is a single statement. When you say percentage here, when you say comma, so it is a multiple statement here, right? Now let us run this program. We'll do a simple thing and see like how does it work. uh, you can just say escape and wq, so it will write and quit here, right? And you just say python and hello dot py, and you can see it is asking welcome to Python programming. Just say 4 comma 8, value of x is 4, value of y is 8, and addition of 4 and 8 is 12. So this is a very simple way of executing the program. Python hello.py. I hope all of you guys can see this, and you can try this simple program. Now here input statement is taking the two input at a one time. That's something which is a powerful feature available in the 2.7 version. You can take multiple inputs. It's a tuple kind of input actually. So we'll be understanding how this is working in the Python. So you can decide what input you want, and it's a dynamic type. So whatever the input you give it, maybe the number, string, whatever you give it, it will take as an input here. Okay. So it is not fixed like it is going to take the integer here in this particular example. In case you want to have only integer input, you will require to say here int, and you should be taking only integer input in that case. Okay, so you have to just say typecasting here, so that you'll be deciding what input should be taken here. And now if you do this, in this case, now if I should be providing only integer, then okay, yeah, now the problem here, because I did a typecasting here, so I had to be in a different way, not this way, because here I'm taking the tuple. So at a one time I can take only one. If you want to take the int of something like this, because tuple you cannot convert into the integer, it only one value you can do it. So in this case you have to just say x comma y, and one more input you have to give it then, if you want to just put the integer here. So one more statement you will require to type here, enter y. Okay, the reason is tuple typecasting is not possible. You cannot convert tuple to integer directly, not possible. So that's the reason it has given the error to us. And now if we try, it will going to take the 5 7, and in case you give the wrong input, in this case it will throw the exception here. Let's say now you say some string here. Let's say hi. So it will generate the exception, and you can see there is an exception called value error. This how to handle this kind of exception we'll see in the topic called exception handling in the Python. They'll come to know how to handle the exception also, right? And if we give the proper integer, we know that it is going to do the all the there is no error in that case. So this way we can decide simple hello programs or a simple program in the Python and execute this. I hope it is visible to everybody and one can try also. Okay, good. So Himanshu has a question, like that's what I say. Python has understanding for the semicolon. So even you do not give the semicolon, Python understands there is a semicolon. So it is by default actually. So semicolon is by default. So that's what it is already assumed there is a semicolon. If you give it also, there is no problem. So it's not a syntax error. In case if you want to write a two statement on the same line, then semicolon is compulsory. Otherwise, semicolon is optional in the Python. So that's a benefit of Python here actually. And about the indentation, we'll be seeing in detail actually. Indentation is there. Python, you need to have the code indentation. So indentation is a separate thing. So because we are not yet started the block code, once we will write a if, for, while, and all this thing, that time the indentation you will see as a major thing is available here. Okay. I hope Himanshu you got the answer. Yeah. So semicolon is actually the question here is actually like what is say like how Python understands the end of the statement. As I said, like a semicolon is already taken as a default thing actually. So it's a default. So if even you give it, it is not an error. Okay. So it is like a programmer is not able to see the semicolon, but Python is adding that semicolon after every statement by default. There are many things which are default in the Python, and that's the reason. So that's the reason programmer is not required to worry to put the semicolon for every statement here. You can see, so semicolon is optional. I have put these two statements semicolon, so there is no error for adding the semicolon here, right? Even you don't add it, Python is adding that automatically for us. That's the benefit. So I hope Sangram and Himanshu got the answer now. Okay, good. Uh, so uh, so now I think I will give the just a 2 minute break here to maybe 5 minute break here. After the break, I will start the rest of the part. Uh, I think we have a session till 11, so one break is required in between, and everybody will be comfortable after that. So there is one more question. So if we use a semicolon, we can have two lines in a. Yes, that's a good question again. So Trilip, yes, we can have two lines in the same line if we give the semicolon. Yes, yes, that is possible. I'll show that example actually. If you want, you can try also. You can also try that. Like here, you can add the after the semicolon. You can think about doing something else also possible. You just try it. Maybe you can just put this and put the semicolon here. Okay. Hello. So I hope. Okay, Himanshu has a. Yeah, the slides I will share. That's not a problem. I will share with Nagendra all these slides, and I think you'll get all this. Himanshu, the slides whatever I'm sharing showing right now on the here will be shared. Yes, yes, it will be done. Okay. Sapan is getting some error. There's a syntax error you're getting. Sapan, you are trying on the this VI. I think you are doing this on the wrong interpreter. Actually, the program should not be done on the VM shell. Actually, it is a error for the VM editor is for the this thing for the shell scripting. Actually, are you using the Linux machine or Mac machine, or you're using something else? Let me check. You're using Apple only, right? Okay, so I will talk Sapan here. Yeah, Mac machine. So Sapan here, let me show you like where how I'm writing the code once again. Sapan, this is a Mac prompt. Okay, not the Python prompt. You are trying the VI on the Python prompt. So you should be like typing on the this Mac prompt, not on the Python prompt. So you should quit from the Python prompt first. So I know like you are trying here. You are trying VI editor here. I think. I hope you are trying here. This is the wrong thing. This is the wrong thing. Okay. You need to quit from Python shell first, and then you by putting the quit here, and then you write this code, which I have just now shown. Okay. I hope the Sapan you got the answer. Okay, good. So you can try now and just try to execute this code. I'll do some modification in this code. How to make this code as a self executable, that also I'll tell you. So we'll have a now 10-minute break here, and after 10 minutes we'll start this session once again. Yeah, Sangram, yes, we'll be doing that. We'll start once again the session. Hi, Sangram. I'm audible to you? Hello, Sangram?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, it's been audible to me.
Okay, okay. So we can directly speak now. So
Yeah,
I think this is just something you wanted to say because this we want to do that actually. In case we want to make this as a the default shell in the Python.
yeah,
So that's something we do it actually like in the shell scripting also we do. That is what we call the
correct.
shebang line, right? The
Yes,
first line we say
yes,
shebang line where we give the
yeah,
path of the Python actually, or you
correct.
can say path of the shell here. So you can find out
Right.
also from the machine uh, what shell should be there as a maybe I will start one more shell and you can just find out which is a default which is a Python shell just by putting the which command which Python and then whichever the Python you want to put it as a default this path can be added then.
Yes, yes, yeah,
Yeah, so maybe the
yeah,
different maybe it depends actually, right? So now this if you
correct.
want to make it then we can do that also.
Yeah. So I tried this. So why I brought it up is because most of us are pretty familiar with BB So they
Okay,
can just have it in the BB save it, and run that file .py file,
right.
and it should work.
Yeah, so it will work on now. This is for even BBDIT or you can say the VI emitter also. The same thing will work.
Yeah,
It is even
correct.
for the shell. It is the same thing. So this is we call the
Yes,
shebang line, right? We call hash and bang. So here we have to just give the Python path. It will be the different for different machine. You can just look at the path actually and can be given then. So that's the reason I was mentioned here the command like which command will allow you to see like which Python and then how to execute that also I'll show you. In this case if you just try to hello hello.py, the first thing is okay, I'm into the, let me check it. Yeah, so now if I try to do this hello.py, I'm getting some permission denied error, right?
yeah.
And
So
I
you need
hope
to change
everybody,
the
yes, I hope everybody, those who are facing the issue, so you can just put the ch mode and you just put the permission here by putting the hello.py, and those who are not, they can do this. And now you can make this as a self executable also. So this is the way, this is what also I want to say about making the code as a self executable. And then by default it is going to take the default shell will be now here Python. If you do not mention that line, then default shell will be the bash shell then, or whichever is the default shell of the OS in that case, right? So that's the benefit here by putting the making this as a default shell for execution. So this is very important in case you are actually making this Python code with the help of some shell. So I hope everybody is online and now we can continue for the next program. And now we know how to write a code in the V editor. Now editor could be any editor. It's not actually the specific to editor because even you can write a code in the Notepad++ also, or any editor is fine for this. The only thing is let's keep the extension as a .py so that we can understand that this is a Python code. Okay, so that's the only thing. So okay, that's fine. So now we'll go ahead with some because I'll be using some other editor for the training because for telling writing the variator every time is instead of writing the variator, it's better to use an editor which understand the code. So we have one of the good editor available here, that is Anaconda. Here now I can write any number of lines of code, like whatever the number of lines of code are written. In this case, can be written here also, and also I can save this as a file, but I can see the colorful thing here. That's a benefit, and I can do the modification immediately here. The same code I had typed because I wanted to make you comfortable that I'm doing the same thing here. The only benefit will be now here I can see the immediately the output, like here I have this thing, and I can see the answer immediately now. So you have very good visualization of your code. Immediately you can see the output also. You don't require to say Python or execute. Okay, so this is something a powerful thing which you can see now. Okay, so the question Subhadra is asking to me right now, how to get the Anaconda editor. Subhadra, I have actually shared the link for downloading the Anaconda. Specifically, those who are interested to use Anaconda, I already share this link. I'll once again share this link so that you can download. And once you download Anaconda and install it, then only you will have launcher available. Yeah, I'm just sharing once again. So and you have to download this one, graphical installer. Okay, so graphical installer of Mac OS, which is there, which is for 64-bit. I hope everybody has the same, and in that Python 2.7 will be already there. So I hope you got it. You have to download this. I already mentioned actually in the beginning only, but still those who are not, they can download and install this OS. For the I already mentioned the Python 2.7 only, not the, don't go for the Python 3.5, because our objective is to understand the Python, not the version as of now. Okay, the question for Subhadra is, can't see Jupyter. After downloading an installation, uh, Jupyter will not be seen directly. You have to go for the launcher, which will look like the green. Okay, launcher. If you're not able to see the launcher, I will suggest you to type here LAUNCHER. Just a second. Or I have one more option available. Uh, After the installation, we have one Anaconda folder. I think there will be one Anaconda folder available. Let me go to that Anaconda folder. Have you seen the launcher? Let me show you. Like, did you see the launcher like this? First, there should be launcher. This is a launcher. Okay, this is available in the Anaconda folder. I hope you must have seen that. Oh, where I'm gone. Just show it. In the home directory, you will see Anaconda is there, and in the Anaconda, there is a launcher. Right? If you click on that, if you just click on that launcher, this green symbol is very important. You should be able to see after that this screen. You will be able to see this one. then click on this launch here. Okay, once you click on this launch, then you will have the home screen. In the home screen you will have option like new Python 2. If you click on it, you'll able to see this screen. Then I hope you got it. Okay, good. So that is the way you will able to see the this Jupyter here, which is one of the powerful editor, and we'll be doing the code here itself so that it is easy to understand, right? Okay, I think the everybody got this now. Fine. So now let's proceed further. So we just saw like how to write a simple code, what Python is, who is using the Python, and why Python. I have just given the quick idea, and also we have uh, done something basic code, like we saw the dynamic typing in the Python, and everything is object, that also we saw. And mathematical operation on Python is very easy, and anybody can do that and play with this doing this is very simple actually. You can just think about writing the welcome to Python, and you want to do something for let's say multiple times, let's say 10 times you want to print this, and a new line you want to print it. Okay, simply just put this and put the print statement here. See the magic. So you don't require to write a for loop here. Otherwise you can see like in the programming language, same thing, you want to do it, you have to write a for loop, and after the for loop you can see this kind of a code. So it's very simple in the Python to do this kind of a calculations, and you can see like I just did a multiplication of a string by 10 and printed this, and I can see all this thing. So this is the same thing what you can do on the interpreter, you can do on the this Jupyter. It's very easy here. So you will find Python is like a language which is like just like a like the way you play the game, the same way you can play with the interpreter, and you have interaction also, right? So I hope everybody will enjoy the Python because it's very easy to learn. I'm like you can see like the things are very quick here. We don't require to spend a lot of time to understand. Uh, Python interpreter itself is responding immediately. At least the basic Python is very easy to understand. It should not be taking much time also. I hope everybody is able to do that. Can write the code and try this out. Okay, so I can see the response. Good. So yeah, the question is whether it's case sensitive or not. So I'll answer is yes, it's case sensitive. So obviously, like the while typing, you need to be very careful. It's a case sensitive language. So even the print statement, if you write, you can see the even the if you write a P as a capital and you just check it, what happened? Interpreter is itself is saying that this is something wrong you have done, right? So what this print Python do not know. You can see this, and as soon as that changes, interpreter is giving the different color. That way we can understand that this is a command and this is a text, and then you're writing something like here double quote or single quote, or we also have a triple quote, that also we understand what is that. And you can think about uh, doing the concatenation like this. Yeah, so there's another question now. From Python to how to run the code. I tried shell run. I am not able to execute my. Uh, there are two way. If you just select the shell here and you just try the run, selected run all, run. Their options are there. Otherwise, you have one more option. You just say shift and enter. Yeah, you just say shift and enter. There's a key which there, shift and enter, and I hope that cell will execute then. S Ravanthi. I will just hello. Yeah, Ravanthi, are you getting?
Yeah.
So are you able to execute now?
Still same issue actually.
Okay. What is the problem you're facing when you're executing?
I didn't get any output. I have selected it and I have chosen run option in the cell.
Okay. Did you put the shift enter here after selecting the shell?
Ye-
Just put the
Yes,
shift and enter. What is the output you are getting?
and nothing. I didn't get anything.
Oh, you didn't get anything. Did you check the kernel is started or not? Just go to the restart their kernel because maybe the kernel is
Okay.
not started. It's a web base because this is Anaconda is a web base actually. So in case if the server is not running, then it may not be working because we have to start the kernel in case it is not started. Are you able to do that?
Just now I have restarted it, but let me
Yeah,
run
just type it.
once.
Just type it. Yeah. So because maybe other participant may face this kind of issue, so I will suggest them to check the kernel because we are running this on the web server. In the web server, what happened? We have something is running in the background. Let me show you that. Yeah. So this is something which is running in the backend now. So if this is not running, it means that we need to start the kernel. Sometimes the kernel also hang. So it's a web-based, or it's a server-based kind of application. So we have to check it, and I hope it will work. Can we invoke Python script which is present in the file system? Yes, we can invoke Vinith. That also I'll tell you there are some commands which we need to learn in the Anaconda. These are the Anaconda commands which we need to. Yes. So I will be telling that actually like we have let's say code already available. You can just use the command load, and whatever the program is there, you can load it now like this percentage load, and then that program will be loaded by putting the shift and enter. Shift enter is a command for executing this, and you can see the existing code is loaded now. So like that we can also create a file also using this cell. You can create your file also. We have some command for that. I'll be telling that also. Okay, so Ritesh is not able to hear. Ritesh, I will just check with you. I think Ritesh. Hi Ritesh. Hello. I'm just trying to connect. I think you're okay. You switch off and you're offline, I think. Okay. So in between meet all everybody, I will do that so that there won't be any background noise now. And you can raise the hand those who want to speak. Please raise the hand. There is an option available actually for raising the hand. So you can raise the hand if you want to speak with me, or you can message me. Okay, so Abhishek Singh. So Abhishek, what? Let me speak to you. Okay, let me check actually what you have done, because I think you did something. So you're getting the error, syntax error. Okay, I will check Abhishek, because here I'm not able to see the code properly. Yeah, let me show you my code once again, Abhishek, to you. I hope you can see the code. The code should be this way. This is your first program, right? You can try this, and if there is a problem, let me know after this. Okay, this is a code which I have just now executed. A simple code where we have just taken the input, enter X and enter Y, we did it. Okay, the same code you are trying, but I'm not able to check the error in your code, because the code is not written in the indentation. The code has to be well indented, then only we can actually see that. I need to understand the error actually, Abhishek. I do not know what error you are getting right now, and also I'm not able to see your screen. So the code which you are written in this case, it is not indented, so we can't say we can't see the error here. Okay, I will speak with you if you want. Uh, Hi Abhishek, uh, am I audible to you? Hello, hello Abhishek. I think you put the mic on, or hello Abhishek.
Oh,
Yeah, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is the problem you are facing right now?
Actually, I was trying something else, not the same code which you've given. So I
Okay.
guess it's saying, this one is saying, I think file string line 0, tree most recent call loss. The only problem which I face in Python is
Mm-hmm.
the error is I don't understand the error.
Yeah, yeah. So that you'll come to know once you learn the Python, because this is like first day.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are so many types of errors we need to understand, like a syntax error, runtime errors. Then we have a indentation error. They are very new type. Indentation error, you will see like even a single white space. If you type here and there, you'll get the error. So it's a
Yeah, but
yeah.
I believe for Python, I mean for in Python they do automatically indentation,
No, no, no. See,
right? I mean in editors.
no, the Python editor will do the
Hmm.
indentation for certain block, right? But
Yeah, I mean like for
logical indentation
if you
cannot be done by the Python, right?
yes, yes, yeah.
Right. So
Mhm.
that where
Hmm.
do it.
Yeah. Okay, so
Sorry for
here let me check. Then I'll let you know what was the error
sure.
because it's saying unexpected EOF file passing.
Unexpected.
EOF file passing and end of file pass.
Okay, okay, okay. So
Yeah.
unexpected end of file. Can you share the code once again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see what is the problem then.
Where?
And how you are executing that also. How you are executing this code is written where?
In VIM
In the
VIM
variator.
editor. Yeah.
So how you put a semicolon up, or what did you do actually? Like is it on a different?
I did not put any semicolon. I mean,
Are you putting all the statement in the same line?
no. I mean, print additional value is in one line.
Right.
Then
X comma Y.
XY input XY is one line.
Mm-hmm.
Then enter. Then again print value of X, comma X is in one line.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Value of
print value of Y, comma Y is again in one line.
Mm-hmm.
And then print value of addition, comma X plus Y is in one line.
Yeah, so there should not be any problem for this particular code, I think. This is
Yes,
very simple.
that's what I believe.
So what is the problem you are facing after this? Yeah, this X plus Y you did it, no? You just put the comma X plus Y, no? Instead of
I
doing
did
that,
that.
do in the bracket, or you just put this X plus Y, like maybe the last statement which you are done. There's a problem there. Last statement.
Yeah, I
You
believe.
just put a Z equal to X plus Y, and or you put the bracket.
Yeah, let me try the bracket.
Yeah, just try the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see the output. I will show it here actually. Maybe the error which you are getting, I will just put this here. I got the point. I will just do this, the same thing which you did it here. So I'll immediately show that. You are getting the error at the end because I think this is the error. Let me check. Even I should get the error here now at the end if something wrong. This is the error you are getting. No, sorry. I did something wrong. I have to give this thing. Okay, I'm getting it here. X plus Y.
I did not give the second last line.
I'm getting with bracket also, without bracket also. I'm not getting any problem actually in my case. Did you put a comma here properly? In the case of percentage, you don't put the
Yeah.
comma. Without percentage, see there are. This is the way it is, right? And semicolon is not compulsory.
Yeah, I did not put semicolon.
Yeah, it is. Even you put, that's not an error. This I'm getting actually without bracket also, as well as with bracket also. So I can see it is executing in my case. So you are doing the variable, right? So let me. I hope I will do it in the variable also for you. Okay. Is it the same like in the variable which I have written right now? Just check it now in the variable. I'll just comment this. I hope the output is, you got the output now. I'll just check it. If there's error, I'll come to know.
It's
okay. There's no problem actually in all the cases. Okay, one more thing. Check the single quote and double quote. Did you end the quote in the same way, or did you miss any quote while typing? Just check any double quote, single quote, any missing is there. That could be the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is think we are all. So just try and let me know if it is not
Sure,
Day1 will
sure.
check it then. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Okay, so we'll continue now because this was a very simple program. Just wanted to uh, check the syntax here. So the code is very easy here, and now we'll be understanding the next part of the Python. That is, now we saw how do you write a program here, and now the core thing in the Python we have to understand the data structure here. So what data structure which we have in the Python? So if you want to see data structure, we have a two major thing in the Python as a mutable data structure, and another is a immutable. So the other three things which we have in the Python, I have written in the triple quote string this thing. So now what the mutable include? Mutable means where you can modify, right? So you can see the data structure mutable, which include your list. We have a tuple. Sorry, list is a mutable. When you want to say mutable, you have to check the mutable only. And we have a sets, dictionary. So these are all mutable data structure, and where I can do see the modification, I can do it, right? Whereas in the immutable case, we have a string, tuple, and numbers. So this comes into the immutable data structure of the Python, right? So we'll be understanding this high level data structure here, mutable and immutable. So maybe I can write a shortcut rather than writing the such a big. Okay, so I can print also this thing. We'll be seeing this mutable and immutable. So the first thing we'll see the list here. Today at least we should see one data structure, that is a list, and we'll understand in with a hands-on that list is one of the powerful data structure in the Python, right? So what this list include here? You can create a list of, let's say, how does the Python understand that this is a list, right? So you can just say put L and you just put a square bracket and ask the Python what it is. It will say it is a list now, right? Now what's the use of list? List is a kind of array, right? But this is a very different kind of array where you can store the multiple types of data. It is not like array has a similar type of data, but in the list case you can have different types of data, right? So you can add the data, just put in the append. You can add any type of data. You can have the, let's say, a string data or number data or whatever data you want. Let's say I'm adding some string data here. So let's say I'm adding the one of the string data apple, and you can see this, right? So you can use a list for the stack operation, you can use a list for the queue operation, you can use a list for the linked list operation, and sorting, you can use a list for the sorting, and so many things, right? We'll be seeing this actually how we can use a list for a stack first, and then we'll see how we can use a list for the queue also. And so something where you spend a lot of time for data structure, you must have seen in the semester that learning data structure you takes a complete semester, right? Whereas in the Python, as it is a built-in, we just require to use a library of data structure and simply you can perform all the operation. So what you can do is you can have the stack operation, you can have the queue operations, you can have the linked list operation, and many more operations are possible. So how you perform the stack operation? So what is stack, by the way? So stack is nothing but, as you know, is like a whatever the data item we added the last is a first out, right? So here we have a last in first out, right? So here the items will add, let's say we want to append some foods, let's say orange, I'm adding now, I am adding the something like a grape. Okay, and I'm adding some more now. I'll just do that. Let's say mango, and now you can see we have a list created, right? So this is the way the list is created. Now what are the operation? Now we have added what? We just put the append and added the one by one all item now. That's what the item we added now by putting the append now. Now what is the last in first out? So last in is a mango, so first out. So how to perform? You just put the pop here and you can perform the pop operation here. You can just see the one item is removed. So the item which was added lastly is the first out now. You can just try one more times and the last item is removed again. So this is the way the list can work like a stack. You can perform the complete CRUD operation on the list, right? What is CRUD operation, by the way? So what is CRUD? CRUD, I'm saying CRUD operation. So it is a CRUD operation. So what is this CRUD? CRUD is nothing but create. So CRUD stand for you can do create, you can do read, you can do update and delete. So all these operation we can perform on the this list data structure. So we have created list by just putting the one of the ways like just putting the L equal to square bracket. You have another way also. We can create a list by the other way also. This is one of the way. You can have empty list creation. Okay. So Python understand this is list by putting the square bracket here. Okay. And if you put the we understand the how the Python understand that this is a list. So this is a bracket. Then we have also seen that type of L is it is shown as a list. So we have a lot of methods because everything is object here, right? So we have a lot of operations, and you can see what are the operations you can perform. You will just put the dir of L now, and you can see there are a lot of operations are available. Like we have append, we have count, we have extend, index, and all these things are there. So all these operations we can perform because the these are the objects. So list object has all these methods. They are all methods available. So using the methods, you can perform all these operations. Now question here is how do you perform the uh, uh, let's say you want to perform the queue operation, right? So how to perform the queue operation? So we saw now the list has a only these two items available, and maybe if you want to add some more item, let me add one more item again. I'll just add it now, and you have the one more item now. Now what is queue, by the way? Queue means we say first in first out, right? So first item which is added is apple here should be the first out. So if I do that, how to do that? We have just pop up 0. So we can provide an index also here. If you provide the index, I can remove the first item, right? So this way I can make the use the list like a first in first out here. So this is the way it works here. You can try this operation, and I hope you will be comfortable after trying this. Okay, there's a question like what is the significance of triple quote? Yes, Kiran Kumar, that's good question, and anyhow, I want to answer this also. So in between, these questions are good. So this question, this triple quote is actually like for multiple line string. So in the Python, we have a provision to write a multiple line string by using the triple quote. Otherwise, by double quote and single quote, you can have single line string only. So here I can write a n number of lines, and everything is string only, whether it's a double quote or triple quote. So if you must have seen somewhere I have written triple quote in between in the agenda. So here, if it is a double quote, you can add only one line, but in the triple quote, you can add n number of lines here. So this is one advantage. Second thing is the is a help document in the Python, so that in the triple quote, because you can write a complete documentation using the triple quote string, and under the triple quote you can have double quote or any kind of a quote actually. Okay, so I hope Kiran you got the answer. Okay, good Kiran, yeah, thank you. So all of you guys are trying the list data structure here, and you can try some other operation. If you just do the dir and just try some other operation which are there, like you have a extend, count, insert. Okay, you can try that also. Okay, so I'll give something like I told, like linked list. This list can be work like a linked list. So what is a linked list? So which operation I should perform for the linked list here? As you know, linked list means you are going to insert the data at any index position, right? So I'm just putting the L dot insert, and I can mention here which index position I want to insert now. We can just say at index position, because we have only two index here, 0 and 1. I'll just say at index position 1 I want to add something like a apple. Okay, so I'm adding there now, and let us see what happened. At index position 1 I added apple now. So this is allowing me to remove or insert at any index position. So I want to add index position 3 something. uh, okay, so the question here is, can you add integer or float? Yes, why not? You can add anything. But then, like, if I'm adding the integer and float, in that case I can have if I want to sort or this kind of operation I perform, that time I'll get the problem. But yes, for your curiosity, yes, we can have anything here. The only thing is you have to just tell the index position here first. Okay, and then you can insert it. You can see now the 78 is added, and you can insert let's say any index position to something 90. So the first one is the index position, and the second one is the actual items and all our objects, whether it is an integer or whether it is a string or a number, all are object here. So they're all numbers, and the list can have any type of data into it, as we discussed in the beginning only. Okay, so there's another question: can you update the value of uh, yes, definitely, why not? That's a good question, Sangram, and that's what I said. Like we have a CRUD operation. The meaning of CRUD means you have create, read, update, and delete. So before we update, we should read it, right? So what is L of let's say 1 is a 78 right now, and you want to update this, you can just say equal to some new thing. Let's say I want to add some new item here. Maybe the grape, which is not right now here, and just try this. And now you can see instead of 78 you'll be having the new item now. That's what the update means. So you can see like create, read, update, and delete. So first thing is how to access by index, right? So I have just access by index now. I can access the first item as a 0, this is the second items, like that. Okay, so the Sapan Gupta has a question: is there any way to know the number of input parameter to pass in the inbuilt class or function? Yes, Sapan, yes, there is a way to find out. We can find out actually that what should be the parameter, how to pass the parameter, and yes, that another question is, can we access the value by value instead of index? I think we access the value only by index. Index is a built-in. Kiran Kumar, I think you have a question. Let me speak with you. I'm not getting your question, Kiran. We are accessing by index only because by default index is there. Value is already there right now. Okay. Different value means, these are the, okay, you want to get the index. Yes, yes. Yeah, you can get the index actually. By value you want to say. Right, right. Yes, possible, Kiran. You would just look at the method. There is a index method is there. Look at the index method. In that, if you want to know the if the grape is there, and you can see I can get the index. I hope you got now. So you want to find out the index of the item. Okay, okay, that's good. So that's a method already available, Kiran. Okay, got it, got it. So the by default you have index available starting from 0, and in the case you want to access the what is the index position, yes, you can definitely access that by putting the index method. The Sangram wanted to know like what was the question. Yeah, Sangram, the question was from the Kiran, that he wanted to know how to get the index by the value. Like we have orange, grape, and all these things. So how to know the index by value? So I have just used the index method, and index of value I could find out the index actually. Okay, so the another question Sangram want to say, what will be the value if there are two times grape in the same, so it will give the first index by default, and if you want to find out the next, I have an option also available for that. That also there are two index actually method available. You want to see from the left to right or right to left, so we have R index available and index also available, so by which we can find out the index position from the beginning, and index position which is the next. So if you want to find out the next index position, that option is also available. Yes, the question is good actually. I think the Dharinder has a question like, I have a duplicate value based on the. Okay, okay, good. That's a good question. Uh, I think most of you guys have the same question, and that is also connected to the grape only. This I will actually put as an example, and this is a good question. Let's say we have a duplicate item into this, and it is quite possible in the list case. We have a apple available. One more times apple is there, and let's say one more times orange is there in this case, because in the list we can have duplicate item. So now I want to know the index position of this apple or this apple. How do we find out? First of all, by default, if I just write a index of some apple, it is going to take the first one, right, by default. So now it is at index position 3, but what about the next one? So the one of the option is you just say that there is a start and stop is there. So from where you want to check the index position, that you can decide. So you can say like I want to see the index position 4 above. So I can see the my index position of apple is 5 now. So there is an option available. Let me tell you like how to see the option here. So for that you just say help, and we have a list dot index, and you can see like it has a options available how to check the option, and you can see it is saying that value is there. We have a start and we have a stop, so you can tell like from where and till what. So these are the optional parameters which are available here. So this is possible to provide the start option like from where you want to check it, and because by default it is going to have the default index will be start will be 0. If you do not provide a start index, then by default the start index is 0, right? So from 0 it start actually. Okay, in case it is not available, it is going to generate the value error also, index out of range, that are kind of error also it will get it. That is also possible here. So let's say in this case I'm just trying l dot index, and I'm just saying something which is not available. So not uh, is there, and I'm getting the value error because not is not in the list here. So this is also possible. If it is available, it is going to check it, and immediately it will say it now. And I have a duplicate, I can check it. I think you already know that. Like maybe the orange is there. One more example, orange. As a case sensitive, so it has to be now it is 0 index right now, orange. And the second orange, I want to see it, I can say 1 onwards. So the next index is 6 here, the start position 1. So that's what you can see. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, like that. So this is the way you can find out. Okay, so Pinaki has another question that is connected to, okay, Apple. Yes, yes, why not? Well, already done actually. uh, Apple comma 0 you want to say. Okay, because by default don't require to put this actually. This we don't require to put it. 0 by default is there. In my case, I'm like, it is there by default. No, 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 you have to get to the next position. You have to say like after 3 what is that. So whatever the output you got it, if you have to say 4 here, so it will go for the next one. No, no, you have to put it to the next one actually. So like, so the output is 3, so it should go for the fourth one. So it will start from the 4 onwards then. At one time only one. No, 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 it will not print both the things. Narendra, no, 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 it will not put the both index at a one time. You want to see that, then you have to iterate it. It will not go by default. You have to write a small script for that. By default it will not index, write the index. Yes, yes, I hope you got it right. Okay, because at a one time only one index you can see it, not all index you will not able to see it. So that is possible by iterating it. Like in this case, I want to see the index of all. I will just put the iteration for I in a, how to see that. Let me give the answer that also. I can just put the index of all actually. So I have a, first of all I will just show you the item. So the other items, and I want to check the index of all. I can put the L of I. Sorry, here I should be having the range function here actually, or I have to put the enumerate. One of the option is enumerate, or I can just put the index of some item here. Let's say I. So I can see index is there. In case uh, no, 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 there is something wrong here. Let me check it. Yeah. So everybody has a separate index. You can see this. Orange got the index 0. This, it was repeated repeatedly actually. And if you want to see the next one, you have to just say 1 onwards, like that. It is going to check the last one only, because by default when you say again orange, it is showing the same index actually. It is not going for the next item. That's the reason it has shown the same. So for that I had to say next actually. I have to add the next item. So for that I have one more solution. For I in a range of length of this L, print I and L of 0, L of I. This way I can get that index here. Okay, so I hope you got that, because by default when I put the for loop under index of orange, it was actually coming by default 0 only. So this is the way you should print the getting the index now. Okay, so there's a Pushparaj. Pushparaj has a question like extend. See, Pushparaj, the thing is in the extend, extend is to add the complete list, not the string actually. So you are doing it has a wrong syntax which you tried it. So if you want to use a extend, you have to use the extend of list. In the list you can add it, whatever item you want to add. So you can add multiple item here. Extend is to add the multiple item. So you want to add single item also, then you have to put as a list block, and you can add it actually this way. And now you can see that extend is different. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. You can add the list inside list. That's what we did it right now, right? And you can add the complete list inside the list, or by multiple way. Extend means extending the existing list, and the adding the only complete list, it is possible. That is called nested list. That is also possible. Yes, you can do all these operation. I think even append, if you do the append, you should have a single list as a one object. Okay, but if in extend case, it will extend the existing list there. I hope you got it. So Sangram has a questions, and so it's good actually if you are trying this all. I will suggest for today. This is enough to understand data structure only. You can modify, you can update, and you can just practice this. And if any question, I'm here, and we'll be concluding the today session by whatever we saw, and we'll just have the question answer right now, so that so this is the time for question answer. We'll always give the some time for question. Uh, Mostly the last few minutes will be given only for the questions only. If anybody has a question, we can discuss right away, and you can practice this. Okay, so Sapan has a question. Let me see the question. What is the question? I will just check with the Sapan. Okay, Vinith also has a question. Good. I'll give the difference actually, Vinith and the Sapan. I will actually check with both. I will actually directly speak with both, because as I say, like now we'll spend time for the question and answer. Okay, good. So I will speak with one by one. Give me some time. I think the first question to Vinith, I will speak with the Vinith first, and also I will repeat the question so that everybody can also understand what the question is. Hi Vinith, I hope I'm audible to you. You can be online. Hello Vinith.
Hi.
Uh, did you get the answer, Vinith, regarding the extend and the append? Because your question is, what is the difference between the append and extend?
Yeah, I'm not very clear on that. Can you just explain me?
Okay. See, the extend means you can extend the complete list, means all the entire item. So it is a list box actually. You can see that, right? In the append case, you can add only one item at a one time in the list. Let me show you. If I do this using the append, the same thing which I did in the extend, it is going to add this as a only one item, not like a multiple item. Then let's say I add something like a mango, banana, something like this. Okay, in the append. Okay, so what happened in the append? You just check it. It is going to add this as a one item. Are you getting now?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Whereas in the extend case, it is extending the whatever the list is there.
Okay.
extend means it is not added. So now if you want to access this, the accessibility you can check it now. If you want to access, you are going to access the by index the complete list you are going to access now. So it's a list of list now. So now here mango banana is not a single, it is a complete list, is a one item now.
Yeah, got it.
I hope you got it now, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
good. Yeah.
And my next question was like, can we define a particular data type to the entire list?
Entire
Because what
list,
we are seeing,
it's a dynamic typing. Okay, let me tell you. See, list is a having a dynamic typing, is a data structure which has a dynamic typing. So we do not have the predefined thing like okay, it should be only integer or it should be float or string, something like that.
okay.
That is a case that is available in the array case.
Okay.
Okay, so in the array we have a like we can specify that what type of data it is, what data type it should be, like whether it should be integer or float or string, something like that. Okay, so that is possible in the case of array. So in the numpy, in the method, we have that available, that option is available. So there is a numpy available. In the numpy we have array itself. You can convert the list into array and then you can have whatever you want.
Okay. So if
Okay,
I go to convert from list to array, let's say if a list will be in a kind of heterogeneous, right? And
right,
array will be an homogeneous. So
right.
let's say if a list is having both alphanumeric, okay, like I have a XYZ and I
Right,
have
right.
one more number like 100,
Hmm.
okay. And when I go to convert into array, so
Hmm.
array will be expecting only one type of data.
Yes,
So
yes,
instead of being,
definitely. Yeah, yeah, that is true
then
fact. That is a true fact. Otherwise, you're not able to convert.
yeah, so I think there will be a failure, right? If a list
Yes,
contains
yes,
both.
yes, yes, yes. That's true fact.
So
That's
if I
true
want
fact.
to convert to array, then I should have only one type of data in list.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to
That's
convert like,
yeah. So that see, generally, see when you want to convert, you should have only similar data in that case.
okay.
Yeah, that is possible. Otherwise, you have to create your array directly, which will be having a the similar type data that is available in the NumPy library.
So one more question here, like can't it internally typecast from the number to integer or number to string?
Number to string, it is possible.
Okay.
Number to string is possible, but string to number it won't be possible, na?
Yeah, yeah, I got
That
it.
is a problem. Problem is not number to string. Problem is string to number.
Yeah.
I hope you got it now.
So if I defined array as a string and if my list is containing both number and text,
Yeah,
then it is possible to convert.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if I define the array as a number, then it is not possible.
Array of,
Array of integer.
yeah, you start array of integer and then it is not possible. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a problem. That is a problem. So we have to understand that what data type you are defining and all this thing in that case.
Mm.
Okay, I hope you got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So we'll just check other questions now. So I have some question from Sangram. In the last example, how can you access the inner list element? Yes, Sangram, I think if you try, you can access, yes. I want to access this like L of -1 is a reverse index, actually I did it. If I want to access the first item, you have to access this way then. Okay, I want to access banana, then I have to access the L of -1, I can access it. Because this was added lastly, otherwise I had to give the first index position. I should know what is the index position of this, and like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now if you just try 9, this is also true. So this is the way you have to access, and you can modify also. You can just put it what is the new item you want. Let's say I am putting the apple here, and now putting the L of 9. You just put it, it is modified. Just put L, you can see this is modified now. I hope you got it. Okay, great. Uh, Nagendra. Okay. Uh, Nagendra, I will just try, but I don't know how to do this. Just putting the attendance. I'll speak with Nagendra. Yes, Nagendra. I hope everybody got the questions. We already have a right now. I can see there were 43. Now I can see 42 guys are there online. So maybe including the organizer. Previously it was 43. Maybe some of the guys are getting sign out here in this case. So approximately 40 will be a participant, I think, and because I could see the changes. Sometimes 47 also were there. Maybe the multiple login also possible in some cases. I'll just speak with Nagendra directly. Hi Nagendra.
Yes, Surinder.
Yeah, so actually I have just given you status that there are 42 as per the attendees list. I think you can also see that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so that is there, and in but I do not know how to export this list.
No, no, that I have taken, no issues.
Okay, that's great then. Yeah. So any
Yeah.
question, Nagendra, you have? I hope the you got what you attended the session.
I was just in the session.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
We'll check if anybody has a question. We can because that's the reason I think we should be giving some time for the participant so that
okay.
if there is a question we can sort it out. We have to give every day some at least a 10 to 15 minute time for the questions only,
Okay, that's fine.
right? So I think
Yeah, yeah.
most of the participant they got the answer. If anybody
Okay.
has not, they can again.
Guys, if you have any question, you can ask to the trainer.
Yeah, I'm here online available.
Okay.
So if anybody didn't get the answer, maybe you can resend the question because there are so many questions here, so I am not able to see all the questions. If anything is missing, let me know, or you can raise the hand.
And Surinder, one more thing. You can share your email ID
Yes, I will share immediately
with
this.
the participant.
Yeah,
Yeah, in
because
the chat itself, if you send, if they have any queries,
yeah.
they can send over the mail.
Yes, that's a good point. So I will share that. Even actually, my login is different here, so it is by the name of Hema actually.
Okay.
So right now I'm sending my email address. I'm sending the my personal email address as well as my company email address. So one can send the email or contact. Maybe the query can be discussed on this email address. I hope everybody got this email. Okay, great. So here I can conclude if there is no question right now. Thanks for attending, and I hope tomorrow will not have a any issue because today is the first day. So I know like many other participant may face maybe they must have faced some issue connected to the some environment. But I think now it will be okay. But from tomorrow onwards, I think things will be more fine. And any kind of questions or any kind of problems you get, let me know. Definitely, I'll be there. So thanks, Vibhuti. I can see Vibhuti is also online here. Yes. All of you can send me the email, any kind of problem, or even in case you need a communication can be done. So yes, it's possible tomorrow also. You can maybe we can join some bit early, maybe the 10-minute early, and we can resolve these questions also in the beginning itself before we start the session. That is also possible, and even at the end also we can resolve. Okay, so
Surinder,
yeah, tell me, Nagendra.
sorry to interrupt. What you can do is tomorrow, just for 5-10 minutes, you can just recap today's session and you can start tomorrow's session.
Definitely we'll do that. Yeah, that anyhow I'll
Sure,
do.
sure, sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Nagendra. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks,
Thanks
Surinder.
everybody. Good night.
Thank you all.
Good night. Good night to every other guys who are in US right now. Okay, so the question is like, yes, we can give the some exercise. Yes, we can share actually, maybe. But then, right today was the first day. Maybe from tomorrow onwards, I will start sharing the exercise. But then I can share to some Nagendra. Then Nagendra maybe can share
Send it to me.
with others, right?
Yes.
Okay, some other questions. Okay, so Pradeep has a question right now that why we have a x dot real not. Okay, Pradeep, answer is I'll tell you that answer actually because when you say object on programming, I'll just speak with you, Pradeep, separately. If you have the questions, I'll just talk to you, Pradeep. Hi, Pradeep.
Hey, Surendra.
Yeah, so your question is like why we are using the x dot real, why we are not using the x dot real of opening and closing bracket, right?
Right.
Yeah, so let me tell you like there are in the object of programming, if you say class has a data and method, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when it's a data, we call directly. Something is data, we just call by object directly. And when it's a method has an opening and closing bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
right now the real and image, what you saw, it is a data actually. So let me show you how it is. Okay. If you look at the help
Okay.
of this complex class, this is a class actually, complex class.
Okay.
In that you will see
Okay.
the class has a something called data, real and image. So this data is something is mentioned. If you just see the help here, this is a data descriptor. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah. So this data descriptor is an image, right? So you have to call by, so data is called directly by image, by calling the data name, right? Whereas conjugate,
Okay.
what you see is a method. You can see this.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Okay.
Yeah. That's the reason we
Yeah.
put the bracket here. I hope you got
Okay.
the answer.
Yeah. Thank you, Surendra.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome. So any other questions? So let me know. Okay. So I can see like